Yeah.
Now, fortunately, they've got, plenty revenue to cover that. But if that sponsorship revenue and TV revenue and Europe revenue suddenly starts diminishing, it'll take a few years for it all to happen. But it only takes a few years out the Champions League and you're suddenly down there with us.
Well, and that's the problem that they're facing at the moment, which is it's kind of weird to say we're in the same boat. I mean, they still got a lot of things going for them as far as they can say, well, we're going to do this deal. We still got our brand. We're kind of working on ours, building ours.
And the brand is massive, absolutely huge.
It is. It is
beyond our dreams at the minute. But it also, Man City have shown, especially in this digital age, and Chelsea did before them, that success can have an instant effect on global recognition.
True.
So, Man City, at one point, I believe, last season, actually passed Real Madrid in terms of revenue. I think they've just dipped below them again now, but the Man City have gone above Man United globally. And who would have thought that 10 years ago? Who would have thought it possible for Man City to outgrow Man United? It would have been unthinkable.
So don't count us out. Don't count us out.
Exactly. Don't count anybody out, because
no.
what it needs is success on the pitch. That's what grows the brand. That's the bottom line.
Well, I agree with that 100%. So let's move on to the next one, and we'll see what happens with Man United. Let us know in the comment section. Man U says Ronald, it's 15 billion. Well, that's a lot of money. Stephen Harger says the attitude on Sancho is terrible. Yeah, I have not heard a lot about Rashford's attitude, to be honest. So that's something to take in consideration. I think that will benefit him in a good way. I think Aston Villa just didn't want to pay the wages, which is fair enough. And
Juventus, I think, are now in for him.
And Juventus might be, and listen, just like that, he's getting around in different massive clubs. So there you go. My lovely wife giving me some well-deserved American breakfast. Let's go with, and then I'll devour that after the show, of course. As we see right there, follow us on RCM Network, Football Network, at RCM Football Net on X, and we post the news every day as well as NUFC Talk TV if you're a Newcastle fan, so follow us on X. Kudus, it looks like it's a done deal. It is, actually. They signed the Ghanaian forward Mohamed Kudus for West Ham for around £55 million on a 6-year contract. What do you make of Mr. Kudus? Good talent. I think he can be a loose screw, though.
I like Kudus because he can dribble. But at the end of the day, any winger can only be judged on the out goals and assists. That's what they're there for. Wingers are there for goals and assists. Right. And last season, albeit in you could argue, a poor team, those numbers weren't there. When you consider we got a Elanga for the same, I don't know what let's just see if I can quickly get.
Elanga's about 55, yeah. I think it's.
Elanga's 55. No, but I'm talking about the goals and assists last season.
Well, I would say Elanga has been Elanga had more contributions to goals and assists than Kudus, but Kudus is, he is a left wing. And he can be a forward as well. He could have gone to a lot of clubs, by the way, but not a lot of interest, to be honest. You can say Liverpool needed a striker. If they got Nunez, can we say that Kudus is better than Nunez? Probably so. Or at least the last season, proven Nunez has had some blunders, man. Even Newcastle, they need a striker. Why couldn't they go for Kudus for 55 million? That's a lot cheaper than Ekitiki for almost 100. That was the release clause was 100. What other clubs need a striker? I think everybody needs a striker nowadays, to be honest. Chelsea. Chelsea don't like Nico Jackson. The fans don't like him. He has underperformed. So Chelsea could use a forward. Why not? Why the lack of interest in Kudus? He's talked about, but not talked about enough. Spurs went and got him for 55. I wonder if his, not attitude, I don't know about attitude in the locker room, but attitude on the pitch.
I think what Kudus gives you, for me, is a much better option when you're playing low block, because he can beat a man with skill, trickery. Mm-hmm. He's got a trick in his locker. Whereas Elanga, by and large, has to beat a man with pure pace. There's got to be space behind the defender for him to beat. When you're playing low block, you want somebody who can, dribble around them and get the ball in, either with a shot or with a cross.